We're live. We're live.
Wow.
Welcome to another episode of NLGE Live. Uncensored, uncut. I'm fucking nuts.
I want to grow up just like you.
All right, what are we going to talk about here tonight?
Okay, well, first let's introduce the people on here. As always, we have Lax Bro, who likes to creep in on our podcast.
You invited me.
Yes, I know, but I felt like saying that, so fucking live with it. Got Ray Yates.
Woo!
And SOS from, what team do you guys own again?
I don't own a team. I don't know what you're talking about.
Minnesota fucking Wild.
I don't own a team.
Minnesota, okay, alright. So, we're actually going to talk about quite a few things in this podcast, just to give you guys a breakdown. We're going to talk about Hall of Fame candidates for this season. Obviously, we wanted to try to nominate someone, at least one person each season. We're going to talk about Blue Falcon's new Versus tournament, which supposedly is paying out $50 to the winners, 64 teams. Details will be released whenever he decides to join the podcast or decides to post what he wants to be posted on the site. And then we're going to be talking about the lack of power rankings, seeing as all we've seen so far is the West. So we're sensing some little bit of bias there. And then I don't know, Hallie, what's going on with these power rankings? We'll just jump into it. Like, do you want to give us a breakdown of these West power rankings?
Let's see. Well, we got 10 teams, but half of them are shit. Like, complete ass. But they're not even... You're getting a brief description of each team, and we don't even know how each team plays at all. So how can we grade teams off of what we don't know?
Well, I mean, his
tell me more.
power rankings were, I guess, based off his personal opinion, right? But I'm quite anxious to see the East. I mean, he gave Anaheim a 5 out of 10, which I think is really.
It's pretty good for being an expansion team.
I actually think they're a lot better than 5 out of 10. Sorry, was that? No, what a lot of people don't know about Anaheim is that they bring in a lot of people that don't necessarily play league all year long, but they're really good. I think he rated Chicago a little too high. I don't know. We'll see how that goes. Dallas, I think, is exactly where it should be. Edmonton. LA, 9 out of 10.
I think he gave Edmonton a little bit too low of a grade. I played with some of those guys, and they're better than what people think. But we'll see. We'll see when the season starts. And the fact that no one has even done his own team's power ranking.
When are Fred's coming out?
They have none.
What's up? Someone asked something?
When are Fred's coming out?
When are Friends coming out?
I think they're going to have a new episode this summer.
Fred's
Friends
power rankings.
Friends 2.
Oh, Fred's power rankings.
Yeah, sorry.
I have no fucking clue. He
Didn't he say like Wednesday or Thursday?
He's like, oh man, I'm working on these power rankings. They're so cool. I'm having so much fun, and then we never saw anything from them. So
Hopefully his grammar's better than last time.
Yeah, what's up?
and we got SOS pouring himself a drink right now.
Alright, it went from power rankings to how to pour a drink in a quick second.
Rev, soft. You got to pour more alcohol, dude. Way too much 7-Up. Way too much. Yeah.
The man's sick. What can you say?
Bring the bottle back. There you go. Pour more. Let's go. You're getting wasted on this podcast. Let's do this. Anyways. All right, so I don't know. I'm definitely looking forward to the East Power Rankings. A couple of the scrimmage games we played this week, we got our asses handed to us by Anaheim, and I think only, and then I think Boston. I think the only high note is we got to beat DJ's team, in which his highlight
We
was
also beat.
scoring from goal. I think
also-
scoring from our blue line and a 5-hole the goalie. Like that weird glitch.
We beat DJ's team.
Yeah, I guess it's not really hard to beat DJ's team, but
We also beat Toronto. We also beat. Who else did we play that night?
no, we played 3 games that night and lost 2 of them and won 1 against DJ's team.
No, I mean just the next night, last night.
Oh, you're talking about preseason games. Yeah, we didn't really do too well there, I guess. I mean, we lost the first one, won the second one.
But then we won the last 2.
How did Vancouver do in the preseason? How's your team looking out so far, Lax?
We're the New York Islanders.
And
We suck.
We didn't face 2 of them. We faced DJ Treason's team. They won like 8-3 probably. Then we faced the Kings. Not many of our active roster played. Lost 5-1. And then we faced Toronto, I believe. And then we won 6-2. But we let a bunch of the TC guys play. So good enough for me.
good enough. There's been quite a few trades. I've noticed that San Jose has made like 5 trades in the first week.
Let's see him.
My question is why would you make a trade so early in the season before you even know how your team's gonna do? Makes really no sense to me.
I have no fucking clue, but he traded away King Manolis after getting him RA to his team, which I think was possibly the worst trade he's done so far. No offense, Neil.
I would have kept him.
Who's San Jose?
That's Neil's team.
Neil?
Neil Rambo.
Oh,
Traded
thank you.
King Manolis. Oh,
King Manolis, man. Yeah, but 1, 2, 3, 4 trades so far. 4 trades so far
Wow.
in the first like 24 hours of trading.
I would take Johnny over Sparkly C4. Nothing against Sparkly. The plays from Johnny's a lot better than Sparkly.
Well,
I give that trade an F on his part.
if you think about it, Johnny Fivehole's like a poor man's Don't F with Fred.
That's not Johnny
Plays the
Five.
position pretty
Johnny
decent.
97.
Not well, but decent.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Johnny Fivehole.
No, not Johnny Five.
Oh, my bad. Sorry, Johnny Fivehole, but the comment stands.
Yeah, I don't think he'll ever watch this podcast, but if he does, I'm sure he'll appreciate those words.
Here's something. Kraka's XZ to Toronto. I played that guy last season. He was not that good.
I've played with
TC
Fewest
to our
Gorilla.
TC.
I've played with Fewest Gorilla before in a different league. I mean, he's not horrible, but I wouldn't say. I mean, none of these trades are really amazing. I think the one trade a lot of people missed out on was the trade between Washington and St. Louis. One of the first trades done Wednesday, and that's Chell King and Denora for Wadden 32 there.
Sounds like a
Where's
good trade.
that at?
That's the
wow.
trade after the 2 test trades that Legacy did.
So wait a minute, Wadden 32? Why does that sound familiar?
Yeah, apparently he's a really good an NHL player. I mean Shell King, he's been around a while. I remember I was the first one who recruited him to this league. But I definitely think that St. Louis won out in this trade for sure.
So, have we discussed how, what's their preferred method to get shipped the cup this year?
The preferred method of getting shipped a cup?
No, the cup this year to St.
What
Louis.
about it?
Have you talked with Howie and asked him what his preferred method of shipping is when we deliver the cup to him?
Okay, so you're implying that St. Louis is going to win the cup already.
Can you put up a team that was by at the beginning of the season, where it is right now, can you put up a team that can compare to him right at the moment?
Yeah.
Who? And don't say
Anaheim.
your team.
And no, my team's horrible right now. My second line is shit, and they need to start playing better before they all get traded. But I say Anaheim, Boston, Philly, LA. I mean, all these teams, based on a two-line system, based on our playoff rules, definitely have a shot at the Cup. Definitely have a shot at St. Louis.
You don't think St. Louis's two-line system that they have set up now, and we all know that Howie's already posted what the lineups are going to be pretty hard to fucking beat.
Yeah, no, but that wasn't the question. The question is, do I see anyone matching up to them? And I named like 4 teams I think would definitely match up for them right now as their roster stands. And that's not including the season. Like, look, we could all have awesome rosters at the beginning of the season, but let's be honest here. Like, keeping those people in check and keeping that roster together all season long is one of the more challenging tasks. Yes, St. Louis has been good at it in previous seasons, but we've seen teams like Winnipeg had solid players, kind of fell apart. Seen teams like LA had, finished second in the West last season, lost both their GMs due to whatever, some breakdown in communication, some craziness went down there. Certain people didn't agree on certain trades, whatever. So anything can happen. But if you're asking me as of right now, I can say those teams would definitely stack up against St. Louis. This is EA hockey after all, and everything's possible.
No, I get it. I'm not saying I disagree with you. I'm just saying like they seem like the strongest team this season again.
Well, yeah, you're ready to ship them the cup. So you don't have to disagree with me. You're ready to ship them the cup. So.
Oh yeah, I'll ship it to them. I mean, I don't personally, me looking at it, and I've discussed it with Fred. Fred seems to think the same thing, but
yeah, Fred says the same thing every season. Every season he comes in, he's like, "Oh, St. Louis is stacked. They're gonna win the cup."
But you got to think about last season. You got to think about last season. St. Louis lost. Who clinched that series for him most of the time? The one player on that team. To be honest, they both of those teams, if you compared them last season, were equal in every aspect.
No, I would say St. Louis is better than them.
Well,
I would say
there was one player that took Philly over the top. And who was it?
Lupocalypse.
Fuck you.
Okay, who? Tell me. Gabby. Oh, okay. So you're saying the cherry picker, aka Gabby, aka JJ, aka the other 50 goddamn gamer tags he's gonna have throughout the season. I think it's called Giblet right now. Yeah, no. I mean, if you know how to play against him, like he cherry picks. That's the only thing he really knows how to do is just sit there at the blue line and wait for the breakout pass.
So did Nasty.
Sorry?
So did Nasty, but he still holds the record for the most points in the league.
Nasty got better.
Well, I think Nasty has to adjust to this game. I don't think he adjusted very well in the first couple seasons, and if he's been practicing, and he went through a lot last season.
Yeah.
Like we're talking about what teams Nasty's been on though, and what teams Gabby's been on. Gabby's every single season he's ever played in NLG, he's been on a good team, one of the best teams stacked with lines around him. You put good people with Gabby, he's going to do well. You put Gabby on a team like Detroit, and then tell me if he does the same. That's kind of like what Nasty's been through. Nasty's been on LA when they weren't really that good. They didn't have too much there. They had a lot of chemistry. Sorry
to cut you off, but that's my point. He's on what you call a better team than last season.
But he's always on a good team.
Sorry, let me back that up and rephrase that. He's on last year's better team. Supposedly St. Louis, like you said, was last year's better team, yeah?
Yeah, but they're not the same roster. They don't have Ivan. They don't have head honcho. They don't have a bunch of the core that they had last season. They don't have Angry Pirate. They don't have the same defensive core. They don't have the same. I think they don't have the same goalie. So they're pretty much almost a completely different team. They didn't have Chislett last season. Chislett's back.
Yeah.
I mean, we're talking about two different.
Do you think St. Louis last year is a better team than this year then?
Yes. No. I would think St. Louis last year is definitely a better team than they are this year. I would say that. What do you think, Ray?
I can agree with that. The defense and goaltending does matter in this game. So I think St. Louis is. As my predictions goes along the season, St. Louis is going to struggle defensively.
Struggles. SOS is just SOS doesn't care. He's already.
No. I agree.
Okay.
Like that was one of the things. Like that was one of the things I discussed with a couple people. Like they don't seem as defensively stout as they have in previous seasons. Yes, I've seen that, and other people see the same thing. But still, their offense, like I think compared to last year, their offense looks better. Defense and goaltending, not so much, obviously. But you look at the offense, and I think they'll be able to score a lot more and not have to worry about defense. I don't think it's gonna I don't think it's gonna be like a torch show, but I think they'll be better offensively, and offense is the one that gets you points most of the time.
Well, here, I'll chalk it up to this. I think one thing we all can agree on is that the East Power rankings need to come out sooner than later.
Yep.
Fred, where you at?
I know, Fred. Come on, stop slacking, bro. We need these power rankings so you get a bunch of people butthurt and we can talk about it.
I messaged him on Sunday, and I was like, yo, when these power rankings coming out, he's like, I got them on Thursday. It's Friday. I don't see him, Fred. You're slacking, bro. I don't like it.
It's going to be tough to do them. Just so many different things have changed in the East.
Yeah, especially with all the trades going down right now. It's definitely a little harder to do them. Yo, what? Okay, I clicked on your picture there, and you had like a bunch of like dudes in like thongs and shit, and now.
Oh yeah, that was the Penguins parade.
The Penguins Pride Parade.
Yeah.
To be honest, like I think out of I've been here since season 4. Out of any season, this will probably be the season where like a team that plays better team play than it is like substantial scorers has a good chance at winning the cup.
So you're saying we
that
got
I'll
a
agree with.
chance.
I think Tampa's a horrible team. I think the Islanders are even more horrible, though, to be
Yeah,
honest.
we suck.
He unmutes his mic. Yeah, we suck, and mutes it right back. I love it.
Noopy's team.
I don't know if I can live up to Getty's predictions.
All right, so you know what? We'll talk a little bit about this versus tournament. This $50 payout versus tournament that Blue Q's talking about. 64 teams. I'm assuming signups will start soon. More details will be posted in the general information, obviously, and then obviously a sign-up link or something like that. Moving on to the Hall of Fame. Now, here, I'll click on awards to show you what the Hall of Fame icon looks like. There you go. There's one person who's ever won the Hall of Fame, and it's Legacy. A lot of the reason he's won it is because, one, he's won multiple awards in this league for multiple seasons. He's played here since the start, not including last season. And then he's also contributed a lot to the community itself. So, Chris, why are you logged in on 2 accounts?
Do what?
Double tag confirmed. Double tag confirmed.
Hey, I'm out of here.
You leaving us, Chris? Bye, Chris.
Bye, Chris.
Bye, Chris.
I don't know. He still has his other one on here. Maybe he just went mobile.
Maybe.
RIP shoulders.
So now we obviously want to nominate someone for Hall of Fame this season. And each podcast that we go through, we'll mention a couple names, and we'll give our arguments to why they think they should be nominated for Hall of Fame, and why maybe they shouldn't. I'll let Ray. Do you have anyone in mind off the bat?
Yep.
Who you think should be nominated for Hall of Fame?
He's been here since season 1. He did win the Cup of St. Louis. Forfeit K94. Or as you call him now, Ekblad L5L.
What other awards has he
He's
won?
the Norris winner. Norris. I think that was he was the first ever Norris winner for any defenseman in the league right now.
Norris.
The Norris.
thought that's what Norris trophies were for.
So I think that's a very biased pick of yours, to be honest.
That's why
I'm not
like
picking.
that.
I'm picking them from based off other team performances.
Yeah, he's also like your best friend.
Best goalie, I think I'm gonna be number 1.
Number 1 this season or number 1 for Hall of Fame? No. What about you? Well, you've been here since season 4, SOS. So I don't know if you'd have like an idea who you think should be nominated for Hall of Fame, but if you do, speak up.
Lou.
I would have to say I have 2 in the top of my head, but I'm pretty undecisive on both of them. They've both consistently played on the same team every season I've been here, so
Kong.
either Kong or Langtot.
Kong or Lancott? Lancott didn't do so well in the first couple seasons he was here. He only started to like really explode on NHL 16.
Well, like I said, I've only been here since season 4, which was the beginning of 16. So I can only say my opinion only goes so far on that matter.
Yeah. Fair enough. I'll throw out an oddball out there. Nasty 61, right?
Most goals in the league.
He leads the league in goals scored. He's been here since the start. He's had his issues with league discipline before. Yes, I'll give him that. But he's consistently put up numbers each season, and he is the league leader in goals of all time. I guess the counter argument to that is he hasn't won a cup, and he hasn't really won any awards this year. Like last year, he won a ton of awards in NHL 15, but NHL 16, he went through some family shit last season. Obviously, that would take a toll on anyone, and I'm surprised to still see him playing league as well as he is. But I definitely think that should definitely be considered for Hall of Fame this year if we're to induct another person.
Do you think if he wins the cup this year, he's a sure win?
If he wins a cup this year, which on Vancouver is, the odds are against the Islanders. The odds are against the Islanders. No offense to you, Lax, but the way we see it play out and the amount of talent on other teams, it's gonna be hella hard for you guys to win a cup. But if he did win a cup this season, I think that would cement it. If he won a bunch of awards and he really contributed to the league and the community itself, and he's changed a little bit since the last time that I talked to him, I think that would definitely be a sure bet for a nomination. But I think that would be something that would cement it.
What if Jay Yeti wins the cup?
If Jay Yeti has a long way to go before he's considered Hall of Fame. A very long way.
Right now he's in the Hall of Lame, is that what you said?
Yeah, he's in the Hall of Lame. That's right.
He keeps it up. He's gonna be in the Hall of Flame because I'm gonna roast that fool.
Oh.
Yeti.
That's not nice.
Turn on
You're
the
a player
barbecue.
rep, SOS.
Said no brain.
Sure.
Shut up. You love it. Shut up.
Oh, I like John Stamos.
So, Puck, did you hear the latest? Oh yeah, guys. Actually, I think the greatest news today is we actually caught a double tagger.
I think I know who this is.
Ladies and gentlemen, please.
Can I say it?
No, wait. Pull it up on your laptop. Let's just see it.
You want to see it? Okay.
I want
Pull it
to
up.
see it. I want to see it. I want you to enlarge it. I want you to take like a dick-style pic of it. Let's go.
False.
No homo.
You're
No
accusing
homo.
me of nothing.
How did I know this? I saw this coming.
What? Ray
Just like-
Yates?
Just like a dick pic.
And the winner is...
So
Look at that!
Nerd Killer is aka SA Reflex Pro,
I don't believe
and
it.
he is a female apparently. So yeah, we've caught a double tagger in our midst thanks to some insider sources, and then we checked his IPs, and then there you go. Lo and behold.
I've talked to Nerd Killer. He sounds like a good guy.
Poor Snoopy. Thought he had a good pick and everything.
Yeah, he thought he had a steal.
Wait a minute. Where did he go? Was he in the TC draft?
He went to Snoopy's team.
No, is it like an RA or like a TC draft?
He was actually a draft.
No, I think he was a main roster draft.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, 7th or like 6th.
Someone needs to do some fucking.
Yeah, he was in the main draft. That's where he got picked up.
He wants compensation.
You know what? Surprisingly, Snoopy was really cool about it. You know, he didn't really know who the dude was, and he just tried him out a couple times and stuff like that. And then when I told him who he was, he's like, "Oh shit! Oh yeah, now I remember him. Whatever, blah blah blah." It's like, yeah. Take him off my roster. I want nothing to do with that. So all right, cool. I mean, I know most owners would probably throw in a fit, but
I'll take them.
I felt pretty achieved today catching a double tag. Especially SA Reflex, bro.
Tell Reflex he can come back if he donates $100.
He might do that.
100. I was thinking more along the lines of like 500.
Ooh.
Damn, make him bankrupt.
All right. That's it. If you want back in this league, so you can just sit here and talk shit the whole entire time, $500, man. Donate it to Chris's special fund for special people.
Oh, yeah.
$500.
Reminds me, I gotta...
What's up, Brev?
That's a lot of money. That's
Yeah,
a
it's
lot of
also
money.
we're also joking. We're also like joking. Like I don't offer buying out of bands. Like he's, as far as I'm concerned, he's never allowed back here.
I'm being sarcastic too, Cobra.
LG.
I can hardly tell because you're sitting there playing Xbox, fucker.
Yeah.
I'm not playing Xbox. What are you talking about? I'm watching
Something tube.
All right, like you're taking over the show for the next 5 minutes while I go grab a beer. This is now your NLG podcast. Take over.
All right, I guess I get to switch over my shit.
Can I have the control room?
The control room. Oh wow.
I want the control room.
Well, we can go back to the power rankings.
I want the
Talk
control
about
room.
some teams.
Ray, instead of talking about the power rankings, let's make our own judgments here. Talk about the
Okay.
teams.
How about I'll go through here and I'll bring up each team.
I was gonna
All
say
right, how
I'm
about,
about to bring up a team.
All right, Boston. Thoughts on Boston?
They're not too shabby. When we played against them in preseason, they cycled the puck well. They shot a lot, but the problem was they allow a lot of teams to go through the middle of the ice, which is a bad thing for most teams.
Does that mean straight
Fixable,
line?
though, yeah.
Is this It is true. I did see that happen, but they did beat us, so.
We beat them in overtime, I think, 6-5.
Lo and behold, I'm back.
Yeah.
And we lost all our viewers. We're now at 0 viewers. Good job, like.
Hey, I started talking about East. We're talking about East
What
teams
about the
now.
East stuff? Yeah, nobody wants to hear about the East.
Yeah, everyone's more interested about the West, apparently.
Well, it's because no one.
Well, obviously.
I mean, the Eastern Conference. Okay, look, we got Cormier, Eddie Fistpump.
I'm facing them right now.
Jim got a box. Owner of the Bruins.
Jim's
Really?
got a box.
Yeah. And
Jim's got an Xbox.
their biggest player there is probably either Cormier or what? Tank, maybe? I'm surprised Tank played.
Oh, that's rude.
Oh, did I say that?
Yeah,
Let me look at their roster then.
Tank is definitely the biggest acquisition.
That was a Freudian.
Hey, come on, guys.
Here's a sleeper pick right here. He played on my team last season. He was very good.
Kidney?
V value.
He was on my X1 team and he lagged out a shit ton of times.
He barely lagged out of our NLG games.
Loki, isn't that Fizz's buddy?
Maybe you're doing something right.
Yeah, I think that is. Here's one right here. Healed my owner last season. Knee reads beware. He cycles the puck very well.
Beaver. Nice Beaver.
Yeah.
Got Frisky
Beaver
Parrot
could
and
be a
Beaver
good
back
goalie if he
together.
holds his short side a little bit more.
All right, let's
But
move on to Buffalo. Not too many people know about Buffalo. They got Roman Helmet, Ha got him, and John K. Sampson.
Wait, we're already moving on to Buffalo? Jesus.
Yeah, we're at
Yep.
Buffalo already. The Boston
don't
is
F with
more-
Fred. Right there.
Don't right there. That's the big name right there. Simps. I've always thought Simps was a good defenseman.
I played with this guy before. I will never. I don't understand this pick at all in the 5th round.
Who?
This guy could have went all the way down to random assignments for
Who?
this team, probably. Jerome.
Jerome. He's been around.
He's. How do I describe his play style?
What do you got, Farm?
Garbage.
Uh-huh.
Mo. Moja.
Mojab is. Mojab.
He
Mojab
feels like he
Molest is
bounced
really
a lot.
good.
He bounced around a little bit last season in trades for some reason.
Talking
He's a
about
good
Mojo
player. I seen him play before. Yup. Very good
They
defenseman.
got a lot of names that you just don't hear about too much, but they got a.
Deadliest. Montreal. I think he'll. Deadliest Hobo was Montreal's GM last season.
They got
with,
Chelios and Harm in their
Fuck!
training camp.
That's not the Chilios we're thinking of.
No.
Harm, though, he'll cycle the puck well. Harm's got the smarts for a hockey player.
What do you think? Playoff team?
I just think they sneak in.
What do you
I think
Buffalo?
Brendan VI sucks.
I
Just throwing
agree.
that out there.
Boston playoff team?
Boston? Yeah, they'll sneak in.
So there's two teams out of the East that
Facing
won't make
Boston
it,
right now.
right? Two
Oh,
teams
yeah, I
out
don't
of the
think-
East.
I don't
And-
think Buffalo will make it because I think Roman's going to have a hard time keeping that team together and happy.
What about Pittsburgh? You think Pittsburgh will be making it?
So their roster.
Someone has to make it.
All right, well, let's go to Detroit first before we get all the way down there. Detroit with Snoopy, West, and Bill Rocks.
That's a good signing with zero crash. Very
Yeah.
good goalie. But I don't know how long Sleepy can keep him happy with the defense they have.
Look, they got a Citizens, Erased, Wonger,
Action.
Faithwood.
They only got 2 defensemen.
Well, they lost one with that
Oh, what a save!
double tag.
He wasn't even a defenseman.
That's the way he was signed up, I think.
This 0-1.
Yeah, SA was a goalie.
He was a goalie, but I think he was drafted, whoever it was, by a defenseman, I believe. Because I think Snoopy was. I was asking Snoopy what he needed because I think he said he needed another defenseman. The way it sounded, but I could be wrong.
He has no defensemen in his training camp. So Snoopy's only down to 2 guys that can play D, which is Eat This and himself. Snoopy himself.
He's not-
Unless Zero Crash comes up the net and Bill's Rock takes over the starting job.
Okay, so just not to cut you guys off, I've received some fan mail from Hammy.
Oh boy.
Because I guess this is referring to our conversation. And know this, guys, that if you want me to mention your messages and stuff like that, PM me, send me on WhatsApp. I'll mention it on the podcast while we're going live. It says,
Same thing
but St.
for-
Louis still has Hammy. I do agree that defense and goalie need to upgrade. Look at your phone. St. Louis versus Kings semifinals, and then sends me an Asian guy with glasses saying Teehee. So take that for what it was.
So maybe somebody's got a defenseman they want to trade. There's some good forwards on that Detroit training camp. You got TP,
He's
and
good.
Twisted.
Twisted Maniac.
Uh,
TP would be the main trade bait. He's been in this league a lot longer and has been active.
Yeah.
And more likely, teams do need centers.
So if you got a defenseman, maybe you could send somebody to Detroit.
Guys, more fan mail. Got more incoming. Snoopy. I have 3 D and TC that need position change. I have 2 on roster, so I have 5 D-men. This is directly from Snoopy. So
Oh,
apparently there's
no.
some guys on there signed up under some incorrect positions.
Oh,
Okay.
I don't know, Snoopy. I don't know what kind of game you're pulling, bro. But
Is it
all
Dove
right,
Soap?
continue
Because
on
that
with
guy
what you guys are
separated.
doing.
Well, let's move on to the Islanders now.
Yeah, Islanders. That's Jay Eddies and
That's the
Lax
last.
and
Didn't you
P.
say
Mac.
thing that you said in your
P. Mac. I like P. Mac as a defenseman. Then they got Breezy.
Right here, their GM's going to be the main reason why they start winning games.
Oh, thank God.
They got a good solid team. We got Breezy, Nasty, Buns, and Big.
I don't know about this pick with Blood Blitz 99. I like him. I played with him before, but he lets in a lot of soft goals.
And then they got
Did you-
Kelly.
Did you actually scout Buns? Did he actually scout for you guys?
Like, I don't know why people think that we didn't.
Well, it's just because we've known Buns for such a long time. He's always been a guy that kind of always plays on Legacy's team. So when I saw you pick him up, I was like, well, I'm pretty sure Buns always kind of likes to play for St. Louis or at least Legacy. So it was just kind of ironic to see him that you guys picked him up. I didn't think you guys scouted him, but if you did, you did.
No, we knew him in season 4. Like, we tried to trade for Buns, but St. Louis would not budge. Oh, beauty.
I got 2 sleepers under your training camp right here on the Islanders.
Kelly
XP3 and Corvette.
Kelly's nasty.
He is. I played with him in previous hockey games.
Corvette, he had good stats last year.
Jalapeno can play decent if he has on a good line with him.
That's questionable on what you just said. I played with this guy before. He needs to be hardcore carried.
Jose Jalapeno,
Yeah.
he carried.
I've seen him one time
Yeah,
before.
I've seen him play in competitive leagues, and it's
Well, I'd say the Islanders definitely a top 5 team.
I'm sorry.
In the East.
I say they take third East.
Third and
Third in the East. That would
If
make
not, they'll be second, right
thinking-
behind Philly.
It's good enough to be big. Oh, okay, Philly.
I say we're a close second. That's what I'm going with.
I know top 5. Let's move over to Bad Mash's team, the New York
The
Rangers.
Rangers,
Hey,
the big,
8.
that's a big signing right there at Killzone.
Yeah, Bad Mash, G-Matic, 777. G-Matic was sort of lured over from Dallas. He was signed up with
I did.
Indiana for a little while.
Alright.
But the big thing here is, okay, we got Lethal
Ooh.
Sniper and Sharpshooter. One of these guys just asked for a trade. I don't know if one wants to go to New York or one wants to leave New York.
I think Lethal put in trade request, if I'm not wrong.
Lethal knows Bad Match, and I do believe that Lethal's the one that did it.
I didn't.
Bad Match is not that bad of an owner.
No,
I've
he's
seen him
had a
pull
good
together
track
a
record.
good team in UOHL before it
Yeah.
collapsed.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you gotta think about it. You gotta think about it from the beginning. Like he's already was at a disadvantage going into the draft because he didn't use his third signing. He used 2 signings and didn't use his third for whatever his reasoning may be.
Pudgy.
He may have
Guapo.
thought he was going to get a
Benny
compensation
Guapo.
pick.
Benny Guapo, he's a good right D.
Yeah.
I think this guy's going to be a sleeper right here. Stock rates.
Blink, he's on a trade block already. Or not trade block, but he asked for a trade.
I've seen Blink play. He's pretty good. I've seen him have a successful season in this league, but I think this might be the season he finally goes down.
I think I saw It's Jew on a trade.
Yeah,
Blink-
Asked for a trade too.
I will be happy to say I have no idea who that is for once.
I mean,
Lincoln's
I-
good.
TC on the TC players. There's one. Their 7th round pick in the TC.
I think they'll be right around the 7
Or did you say 7?
range. All right,
Who's your one, two?
Philadelphia. Who's what?
Who's your 1, 2, and 3? Or should we wait till the end?
Yeah, let's wait till
Wait till the end.
Hold you, Yeti.
We could probably go towards the last 2 first so we can get them out of the way. No. Okay, we got Flyers with Draisaitl,
Flyers.
Until I Die.
GM's really good. Going.
Bunch of cheaters. They're
Never heard of
all
that
cheaters on that team.
I still question the Con GM Sailor Gary pick.
I don't think they're as good of a team as they were last season, though.
No, they are. If I'm going to rate their talent from this year from last year, it's definitely going from a 10 out of 10 to a. I give them a 4 out of 10 now.
This year,
I,
yeah.
I question a lot of these picks from Kanji, Savagiri, and Buff Sniper in the TC.
Well, Kanji's been a defenseman over in LG. And
He's not
NHL.
bad. His problem is the biggest problem defenseman can have is going for so many hits.
Yeah.
I played on multiple teams with him. I was actually his goalie in the UHL way back then. And a lot of goals came from his side when he went for a lot of hits.
Well, they got some capable forwards in that training camp with Pancake and Buff.
I don't know about Buff. I like Buff. He's a good guy, but his play style since he started working that new job has been...
Since the drugs kicked in, took over his life.
Yeah.
Hey, you gotta make that money.
Apparently, I don't know if anyone else knows this guy, Vanilla X, 5th round pick.
He's
I don't know
good.
how someone let that guy go all the way 5th, all the way down to 5th.
He's pretty good.
Philadelphia somewhere between 5 and 8.
I give him a solid 6.
All right.
Pavelski is a questionable pick again. The second straight year he's on that team, but still questionable.
All right.
He used to be known as Chelios.
Let's move on to Pittsburgh here with Spliff and King of the 412 and Zantes.
All right. When I really mean this, I really mean this. Spliff, what the hell are you thinking? Your first round pick? Who the fuck is that guy? Like, who is he?
He's
That's
J.D.
what I
Puig,
asked.
man. He plays for the Penguins.
If I'm going off of this, Spliff picked a bunch of guys who are Penguin fans.
Pascal's brother.
I don't know. That was weird. I don't really understand that.
Namtar, that guy. When I scouted him, I think I barfed during that game because of how bad the play was.
Yeah, I don't recognize too many people on their
Hey,
training camp. Laurel sort of
don't
new
you
to the
dare
league.
shit on Bionic Duck. That man is a fucking stud.
Is that who Namtar is?
His first round pick, even though I can't really pronounce the gamer tag, is a fucking
Dupuis?
stud as well.
J. Dupuis? Yeah.
Oh, fuck, for sure, bro. For sure. He's a fucking stud. Fucking
Best player on
stud.
this roster by far is Cloud Monkeys.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
Cobra's using sarcasm, everybody.
What do you think?
Well,
Somewhere-
if this team's
Was it
gonna make
that
playoffs,
obvious?
if this team's gonna make playoffs, Laurel 89 is gonna have to carry them.
Is this
Over,
a
I've known you
5
for
to
a
8 kind of team?
I say they pull off what they did in season 4. They're gonna make playoffs by the last week of the season.
So you're
Seventh.
thinking maybe 8th, 7th, something like that?
7th, they did it. They'll play. I say they'll play the Islanders in the first round, maybe
Right.
6.
I'll
This
take it.
is their goalie Laurel. I think this is his first season here.
He's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've sort of found.
Wait. Sorry, not to cut you guys off. Got some more fan mail here. We got from Snoopy and Hammy. Snoopy says, "Oh, by the way, Detroit is guaranteed playoffs and a President's Trophy. Mark my words." I actually will put a $20 bet to you on that, Snoopy, because got mad love for you, dude. Welcome you back to the league,
I'm
but
going back to the roster.
I will bet you like $20-$30 that you will not win the President's Cup this season.
In
then
fact,
Hammy
Washington will
says-
beat you.
Handy says Jay Dupree's I know in real life. He plays in NHL in LG. He's actually a really good player. A couple guys there played with him in NHL. So apparently these guys are the elite of the elite, if that's what you consider elite.
For Pittsburgh?
So maybe they are good. We just don't know them.
Right.
But anyways,
Yeah.
continue on.
Going to Detroit.
Well, yeah, I say Pittsburgh is definitely a top 5 maybe then, okay. All right, we did Detroit already, didn't we?
Yeah, I'm pointing out right here, Snoopy. If you're gonna win the President's Trophy, you're gonna want to rely on this guy a lot. Then Zero Crash. He is a solid goalie when he has no defense in front of him, and I do not hate you.
Gotcha.
But pure, if you want talent, right here,
True.
right forward talent's Dove Soap.
All right, on to the Tampa Bay Lightning, owned by Cobra City Legend and Blue Falcon. I mean, I'm sort of biased.
I
on the
question
team.
that Puckett Nut signing.
I don't know a lot of these guys on here other than maybe Sinister Crow
So
and
you don't know
Falcon.
anyone.
If this team wants a shot at winning, they'd call out these two studs as Super Roger 11 and Light Skin 14. Don't know about you guys.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, they got.
Should I break down my roster to you since you guys don't know anyone?
Ellie's a pretty good forward.
Ellie's-
Bossy's a good forward. John's a good forward.
T1s in LA, I give those two guys the best players on the team so far.
No. Just remember this: when you're playing Bossy, John, and AC Legend on the same line, prepare to get your asses handed to you because these guys play a different type of fucking hockey, and they are definitely my top line, my go-to line. Ali's good. He gave me a bunch of suggestions to bring in a bunch of his buddies to create a second line that should do okay based on chemistry. But mark my words, A City Legend, Bossy, and John. If you're playing against them, you better be prepared to get your asses handed to you. That's all I gotta say. Moving on.
Our goalies are.
All right, St. Louis, you got a challenge.
St. Louis. You think? What do you think? Tampa Bay, a playoff team,
So,
top 5 team,
I give them 5th place.
5th
Yeah,
place.
wow.
Okay.
This guy right here is gonna get sent down first week.
Fucking nuts.
He's not that good of a goalie, just
Yeah.
saying.
I guarantee you, I will lead in save percentage. Maybe not nothing else, but
On a serious note, I do question this pick. Put on the Carolina team that did really terrible last season. And if I want to get Brzgalov terrible, humongously terrible.
Hey, fuck you.
who? For what team?
Brzgalov is my man. Fuck off. I think, to be honest with you, like, when it comes to Sinister, I think Sinister's highly, highly, highly underrated.
Sinister
The only reason
Crow?
I say that, yeah, the Sinister Crow, and the only reason I say that is because you got to look at the teams he's been on. The teams he's been on has sucked. I fucking GM'd Carolina last season. Guess what? We fucking sucked. Look at the definition of the word suck.
There was suck, and then there was Carolina underneath suck.
Yeah, no shit. But my point is, Sinister is a really good defenseman. Like, he's a really good defenseman. He's really underrated because he's been on shit teams. Like, he's not bad. He's actually probably one of the middle of the field top 3 defensemen. For sure. Like, on any team, he can step into just about any team and play top 3D. It's just, like I said, he's just really underrated because he's been on
Guys,
fucking teams.
Sorry, Sinister is he's A City Legends brother, so I'm looking forward to playing with him. I've never got a chance to play with him myself. But we got some more fan mail. Got this one from the original OG Tank.
Oh boy.
Bunch of clowns on your podcast like Yates.
All right. Let's go with the heaviest pick of them all in the draft.
Go on.
Hey,
Alright.
enough. Come on, enough jokes like
Let's
that.
move on to Toronto here with Blunter and Millsy and oh my God, Viper.
We're gonna fly to Newfoundland.
We all commented on their number 1 pick at number 3.
Yeah,
the
I
defenseman.
don't know that he's. And if it was a previous hockey game, I'd probably say maybe, just maybe. But his play style in this game does not fit any type of good.
A team needs a defenseman, and you may have one defenseman that's more stay at home while the other one's more offense, and I think that's where he fits in the best. Those kind of teams.
Clicking on 2 defensemen right now that they signed that are a lot better than Viper. But this is gonna be the reason why this guy will be the reason why the decor will be good, just because how good a net he is. I'm not saying he is godly. I played with him before in previous leagues. Yeah, previous known as Synchro Frost.
Yeah.
His problem will be letting in soft goals. He gives up the short side a lot.
That's good to know. I'll save that for the season.
Right.
They got
Right. Yeah, their
Seabass.
goaltending core. I get. This team's goaltending core is terrible. Evil Volcano, good kid. I love him, but
I like Evo better.
he's gotta get better.
Is this one
If
of these
this
bubble
team-
teams?
If this team wants to get anywhere in the East, they're gonna need better goaltending. Unless Natu decides
pretty
to go
good
in there.
last year.
Yep, they got a really good second round pick with Seabass. I question Double Ace's tie in the third. I think they could have let him drop.
Think this is a bubble team, or you think they're legitly in there?
Yeah, like
I kind of wanted Seabass, but I didn't want to take him in the second round. I think that's high of a pick for Seabass, just based on his availability. But to cut you guys off here, I got some more fan mail for you, and it's directed at you. Kid can't run a team. He's garbage. Ask him if he puts his pants back on yet from our scrimmage when I undressed him.
He undressed me? The only thing he undressed is the salad dressing, which he doesn't even use.
All right. Let's keep this game related.
Who was that?
that was
He's
Tank.
just saying he doesn't eat salad. All right.
Who was that? Back it up. Tank?
Yeah,
Oh, I wasn't in
I
it.
can't wait for him to send me
wait,
more fan mail.
How far do you want me to
Just
back it up?
He's so big. When he backs up, he's got reverse beepers. Beep, beep.
beep.
You guys are fucking savage today.
I'm just kidding, man. I just moved to
Guys,
Washington.
no.
My team here.
It's time to start kicking people. Not what we're about here at NLG, even in this uncensored podcast.
It's
All
an
right,
uncensored podcast, exactly.
Washington, DJ Treason, Lamport, and KT. That's a interesting
Question bull at the AGM spot.
glass.
I
Wow.
Is he even available very much to play still? KT?
I think his internet's out. Again, if Washington wants any chance of having available players, they're going to need KT to come back soon. Because, they have a good roster. Grazer, he's a solid goalie. Bacon can be a solid goalie.
Yeah.
I
Swiss?
question the forwards, though.
Swiss is pretty decent.
Swiss,
Yeah.
he can be good. I don't know about Kurdog.
Chill King, Jiggison.
If you look at the team, if you really look at that team, you look at the forwards, you look at the defense, you look at the goalie, there's nothing that stands out in my opinion. Like goaltending's average, defense is average, forwards are average.
I think
Need to
their
have-
TC is just as strong as their main roster. Ganora, Andolph.
If this team's going to stay away from the bottom of the East, then they're going to need to rely on. I don't know they're going to need to rely on someone, anyone.
Well, I mean,
they need Jesus at this point.
I don't know because you look at it and it's like I still saw the thing where it's like there's no one on their team that just kind of sticks out at you. Like who's gonna
7.5 mil.
Right. If Washington was going to be a little bit smarter, this guy right here, he's actually a solid D-man.
Ganora.
I'd replace him with. I'd put him on the roster and take out whoever the hell Jiggison on this. Jiggison.
Did you just call me a jigaboo?
Jiggison. And what's funny is most teams have 8 million something plus, and for some reason they're down to 7 million.
They've already. What the? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Oh, didn't they have that trade? Fucking
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 players on the roster. How the hell did that happen?
Spend them.
I don't know.
You'll see
They
some
got till
rosters
Sunday.
fluctuate. You'll see some rosters in fluctuation. They have until they have their time until
Game
fucking
time.
what's it called? Till game time. No, not till game time. Till Sunday 5 o'clock to adjust their rosters back down to 12.
Any more fan mail for me?
Yeah, check the mosh pit.
Or if they
Um,
do
No, that's not really considered fan mail. That's just pointless banter about the Penguins winning the cup.
So
I
you think
got some more fan mail from Tank. So that
playoff?
I'd love to toss his mom's salad. Now that's a tasty salad. And then he told me to tell Puck hashtag CIHL.
Yeah, that's right, boy.
Some
That
low
was the
blows.
best league right there.
That league was on point.
Yo, I take CHL better than IOHL.
No. CIHL. Basically,
I,
Puck, the
I
old
know.
league that Puck and
I played in Puck's
and all
league.
those guys used to run back in the day.
I played in
Alright.
Puck's league. I was
Hey,
on his
Puck
team
it.
in season 1.
Huh?
Fucking RIP CIHL.
That league will never be forgotten.
Never.
I still have some of the Google. I still have some of the Google sheets from there. I don't know how the hell I saved it, but I somehow saved it.
If it wasn't for the CIHL, the IOHL wouldn't be there.
Exactly.
True that. True that.
Because those were all the
You're
guys
welcome.
that we banned. Or Horton banned, or who else was there?
What was it? Go Leafs,
Horton.
go.
Go Leafs, go. No, it was
There's
Sebi,
someone-
#1 Leafs fan.
Heavy. Oh.
And it was Lamp Force at the time, or who knows what his tag was then, but they banned a bunch of people, and they went to go for him to I.
What the fuck? I don't want to see myself.
Then Horton and I got all burned out, and we're like, all right, well, we're done.
Where did Cobra and Zachary Edwards go?
They're sleeping. Oh, they're in a private room together.
Well, what's up?
Oh, what?
Private?
Head check. Hand check.
Hand check. Where's your
Hand check.
hands, like?
What are we doing?
Why is there some white stuff on the left hand?
What's that? You got moose on your ear?
That's disgusting, man. That's fucking gross. All right, yeah. Where these guys? Where's
that moose
Google
on your
Docs at?
Let me find them.
Oh, you got hair gel on your ear.
Who?
You do. Oh, that's not hair
I
gel.
do. I was gonna say.
Is that hair gel?
Ray! Ray!
Oh my, what?
Ray Yates, is that hair gel?
No.
Have you been masturbating?
Yes.
Jesus, Ray! Not in this house, it's a good Christian house.
Oh my god. Alright, where did I put him at?
Let's change the subject.
Yes, let's definitely change the subject.
So,
Let's do standings for the
fucking
East.
sick, man.
I still have my UHL stuff. Oh my god. I got my IOHL stuff when Tank decided to screw me over in Season 5.
Hey, let's get back on point here. Let's finish. Not all of us have all night to sit on a podcast, all right? Let's get back to the NLG rosters.
Yeah.
Well, that wraps it up. You think Washington's a playoff team? And we'll wrap it up there for the East.
no.
Far from a no.
Okay, so we got two teams that ain't making it in the East. You think Washington?
Fan mail
Who's
from
ready?
Hammy. I think it's fair to say the East is weak. That's very rude of you, Hammy. Very rude.
You might be right.
So who do you think not going to make it? New York?
Pittsburgh and Washington.
Pittsburgh, huh?
You have to try not to make the playoffs to not make the playoffs.
Yeah. You got to be too high not to show up.
Uh,
I'm going to do it.
I say Toronto, Washington.
You serious?
Yeah, Toronto
Yeah.
did struggle in some games we played last night.
I say Washington, Detroit.
Detroit, huh?
Washington, Detroit. That's a weird pick.
I'm gonna start going towards Westeros to start.
Toronto did struggle last night. We did beat them with John and those guys like 6-1. Something like
I'm gonna go with the Islanders and
Philadelphia.
the Islanders and Tampa not making the playoffs.
that. Islanders in Tampa.
Yeah, so that's what I'm gonna go with.
If that happens, I'm not playing no more.
You gonna take a season off like Legacy did?
Yeah,
It's just see you later, guys.
I'm done.
See you later, guys. I'm going home. I'm gone.
Fucking nuts had to survive that Carolina team at the end of the season.
That was a little bad.
Hey, are we gonna talk about the West teams or what's up?
Yeah.
How we already did the pre-rankings
Yeah.
for all that stuff. Why do we got to talk about that?
Yeah, but that's not the podcast. That's one man's opinion versus like four.
Well, apparently they're right.
All right.
Apparently they're right. So while he gets that going, funny bit of news I got. I was in a party with Neil Rambo, and we're talking about. And he beat me. Yeah. No, we were talking about the last tournament I guess I had, and he had a player on his team, and he's like, "Yo, Cobra lag switches," and I didn't get it at first, and then I remembered that that during like when we won the gold, which I really don't even give a shit about. Like I'll be honest, anyone who was on that team, I can't remember what team we were, wanted off. Like we wanted it to be over with. We didn't want to win gold. We wanted to like finish it off and just start playing the Xbox One. But we kept winning, and the Poland, which was owned by T. Lindsay, was the team we ended up facing in the finals, and went to a game 3, and I think we won in overtime. But there's this dude literally hit me up after, and he's like, "Yo, you guys were lag switching. You guys got a lag switch," and I was accused of lag switching. Now, I don't know if anyone remembers EA last year at the end of the year where all those fucking lag issues were happening and everyone was lagging out and the game was fucking horrible. Fuck it, EA has always been horrible when it comes to lag. But just the funny part about this is how stupid do you need to be to believe someone would actually lag switch in a game lag as it is? Like, what do you gain from lag switching in EA hockey? Like, I don't get it.
Yeah.
Not one single person ever knows.
You make yourself lag.
Yeah, well, I don't know one single person who wants to play with lag in a game. Like, it's the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life.
I played against
But-
some guys in Ultimate Team who were like, yeah, I like lag switching because I can somehow play lag. I was like,
Talking about previous seasons. Anybody remember? I think it might have been last season or season before. There's some younger kid who's trying out for the team, one of somebody's team, and he ended up puking because he was nervous.
What?
wow.
Anybody remember that?
Is that an actual true story? Someone
Yeah.
actually ended up puking?
Yeah. Somebody.
That's
one of the
kinda
young.
funny,
There was a
honest.
younger kid that was scouting or something like that, and he was like all nervous, and he started puking. I don't remember who it was though.
Must have been Yeti.
Must have been.
Who?
Jay Yeti.
Just taking shots at him. All right, let's start with the West. If no one else has got some funny tidbit to add to that.
Okay, well, we're going to start with Anaheim
Ducks.
Lord Stanley, TML, and Pac-Man as ownership there.
Oshi X77X, I'm coming out for you.
I like that name, Chicharito. That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
That sounds like a new sandwich at Taco Bell.
I can see.
Try the new Chicharito.
You know what? Anaheim does have a solid roster. I can see one or two guys on their TC that like should be on main roster.
I can grab some Taco Bell after this. Thanks a lot, Chris. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, they got random meat. He should be a.
I got random meat. Fuck, we both know how random he can play.
Oh,
Can
yeah.
be dominant when he's on a good game.
Yeah.
Will he play though? Did he play last season?
He just
Yeah.
he gets on teams that people forget about him. They don't really message him much, and then he ends up just sort of getting lost in the shuffle.
He was in NHL Algier at one point. Remember that.
Mm. Other than that, Coates is pretty good.
Coach and Ushi. Those are the two player highlights of this team. I'd say.
Chicharito 23 and 92. Are they brothers or something? Or
These D-mans, this league's got to watch out for. These guys have been playing together for a while.
anybody know the story on these two names of Chicharitos?
Nope. It sounds like we have a taco team.
Yeah, it's a little Spanish. Well, it is in Anaheim.
I've been around that area. They have a lot of got a lot of Mexican restaurants.
They're down to 4 million left. Wow.
Dude, were you gonna get racist, Ray? What the fuck?
It's not racist.
No, I just
Look. Mexican is not a race. Human beings are a
for a
race.
second, like you were gonna start saying some racist ass shit, like yeah.
No.
Like,
I got more common sense than that.
I thought you were gonna get all racist, dog. Start calling people beaners and shit.
No, you just never mind.
I think Anaheim's got
Buying it.
a pretty solid roster. I think they'll do just fine this season.
I say they take sixth place
sixth?
west. Yep.
All right. Well, let's go
on to Chicago.
Chicago with SPD, Crazy Ape, and Dinkus Maximus. So yeah.
They have a lot of defensemen.
Yes, they do. Maybe that's where Snoopy can make his trade at here. Didn't T. Krug change his gamer tag? Krug. I think he's different now.
Me and Ray played that team.
They got a ton of defensemen. Holy crap.
Granted that their computer scored twice, they actually played really well.
Chicago played well until Kuzner decided to, I don't know if he lagged out or quit, but soon he quit, their computer scored 2 quick goals and got all momentum for them.
Mm. Yeah, I mean, that's not a bad. You got Demented Christ, Lady Redbush, Pirate, Choose. That's decent.
Guys.
What?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Sorry to interrupt. We got some fan mail. Yeah. Okay. Wait. I gotta post a link for the podcast because people are losing the link because it keeps moving. But let's see here. We got Kong, Hammy for Hall of Fame, Kong, blah, blah, blah. Tank is a legend to be remembered from Man vs. Pancakes.
You forget him.
Apparently, Tank posted in the chat box, up raise Yates pussy. So apparently you have a vagina raise.
I'm not saying anything.
Hey.
Which makes you very attractive to me, by the way.
Leave Ray alone. He has such a tight pussy.
Oh, you posted the link already? Okay. Kmart. Good shit, Kmart. Good looking out. Man vs. Pancake says, tell them Pancake is a TC legend. And then I think Hammy is going to be sending me a message for... Okay, no, never mind. That's the message he's sending me. All right, so continue on. Sorry, sir. Just want to throw out that fan mail.
That's fine. Yeah. There might be a little turmoil in that organization from time to time with SPD in there. He's got good intentions, but sometimes it just comes off maybe a little wrong.
Their whole team's gonna be a highlight for me. I can't point out one person.
I love SPD's voice messages.
Yeah.
Let's not talk about this.
So I mean, I think technically they have a good shot to be a top 5 team.
Hey, I got to highlight their team right here. The injured reserve.
I'm listening.
This would be interesting. Choose and Bruce is playing right wing this season, not defense. And they drafted him early, so I don't know if they're going to play Bruce at right D more or they're going to actually play him at right wing. That should be interesting.
I don't know.
I don't know too much about Polly or some of these other ones, but I think their main roster core looks pretty solid. All right, well, I guess we'll move on to Colorado since we hear the Crickets. To be honest, I hardly know any of these people in their management.
Okay.
Misty Cree, Zika virus. I don't know. Scrotus or something. Scotus.
Okay, I add
I don't know.
What?
Man.
highlight 13th right here. Third round pick is Stainless. I think their closest, the second best player is Linux.
Lennox and Stainless.
I
Pinkerton.
don't understand.
Nate Dogg's a
You know?
good goalie. I'm surprised
I
he
see.
went that late.
Yeah. What happened to their 6th round pick? Did they already trade him?
He probably did. Looks like there's a lot of people missing on their training camp.
Playmaker's a stud.
Who?
Playmaker, he's a stud.
So yeah, I don't know why
Oh.
that poor kid's been around so long, and he's not a bad player, but I don't know. He just seems like he ends up in these weird situations on TCs and gets bounced around a lot.
We traded for him last season, and then he asked saying he would rather play in Pittsburgh than our team.
And then they don't play him.
Yeah. And then he said he had Asperger's, but he spelled it ASS burgers, like how you actually spell burger.
Yeah.
You know what? A cheeseburger does sound very good right now. I might go get one.
Asperger.
Oh.
Chiefy, wasn't he a defenseman last season?
Yeah.
Yep.
That man is a. To be honest, like him moving from defense to goalie is probably the best option for him. He actually plays a pretty decent goalie. If he sticks some decent defense in front of him, I think he'll do really, really well. He will be their number one goaltender.
I don't know.
Not any goalie.
I see this team being maybe one of those bubble teams.
I agree with that. Yeah.
Let's move on to Dallas.
Dallas, NGN.
The team that says they never beat me, the team that says I never beat them, even though I clearly played them in a scrimmage the day before preseason.
Last place.
Right here. This is what's going to cost this team. This signing.
Smith, the goalie?
Yup. I know what Smith can do. I tried helping Smith with some of his goalie issues. The problem was when I left for a week, I came back and he went right back to what he used to do, but worse.
Yeah, well, as you know, he sucks. Oh, my mic wasn't muted. Sorry.
Oh my God. We got a 5-second delay. We can beep that out.
No, let's just leave it.
Well, they got Johnny 5-hole, sharpshooter, possibly lethal sniper if they get traded to here, or they may end up losing sharpshooter.
I don't see lethal or sharpshooter playing for NGN. I don't.
I can't see it either.
Like NGN has said a few times that he's talked with. Which one did he have? Lethal or sharpshooter? I think it's
Sharpshooter.
Yeah, he said a couple times that they've talked and they're all cool and everything. I just don't see it happening. I know how NGN manages. It's a very what's the word? Particular taste on how he does things, and not everybody will appreciate it per se.
Might rub them the wrong way, you mean?
Yeah, rub them the wrong way. I don't see him stay. I don't see either of those guys, if they end up on that team, staying on that team. It's just, I don't know. I think it might be in MGM's best interest to trade right off the bat to get value for him now.
I think this is like a 6 or 7 team right here.
If it depends.
I don't
It depends. If he can keep Sharp happy and keep him on that first line producing for him, I think they'll be like somewhere around 5.
5.
I can't see them making playoffs with this rosters. Johnny Fireball's their first round pick. You gotta remember that. Calgary Flames is a really good centerman, is what I'm hearing. But they got way too beastly center and defective Lego, but these guys don't take anything serious.
They score points. Look at that line.
They do. Way too beastly needs to be paired up with the right guys. Lego can play with basically almost anything, and he'll score.
It's a one-line team for as of right now, but if you put Beasley and Sharpshooter together, I think that's going to be
Yeah, I hear you. All right, well, Let's move on to Edmonton with Michael Scott, Devin, and Quantum Tech. I think that's going to be for a questionable team. They got some names there that people know with Kmart, but I think he just asked for a trade. And Mr. DeLumber, he's pretty decent with Knives Flash. Obituary, he's not bad, but he likes to he stirs up things a little bit. So I don't know. I think this team might end up one of these bubble teams as well.
Yeah,
They got some decent TC guys with Coco and Norkova.
Yates, click on Edmonton.
Norkova, if you look at Norkova,
I got fan mail.
Norkova will probably be that team's starting goaltender.
Yeah.
Norkova is a really good goaltender. Granted, he gets aggravated very quickly.
Mm-hmm.
He is a very good goaltender.
Other than that, I don't know about this team. I think this is going to be another one of those bubble teams.
Yeah.
Quick,
If you want.
I don't mean to cut anyone off, but I got fan mail from Jay Yeti.
Uh-oh.
And he says, "You are a doormat of the West. Take it and understand your role."
We haven't gotten to Minnesota yet, so just tell them to relax.
Calm down, Yeti. Wait till we get to Minnesota.
I also got a little bit more of fan mail. I got it from Drysidle. I would like to give a shout out to Yeti, best piss ant in the league, LOL.
Yeah, you can go ahead and message Jetty back and tell him how does it feel to be the bunt of everybody's joke. Which means him himself is a joke.
All right.
Good guy.
I'm going to LA now.
Yeah, let's do LA with Kong and Bear Zombie and Donks. I think this is probably one of the top 3 teams in the league.
I say second, if not first. They actually have a pretty decent roster.
Yeah. Hit Honcho, Legacy, Langtot, Sidonian Knight, which used to be, oh crap, what is that guy's name? Shit. Sidonian Knight used to be, and I had another gamer tag, but I knew it was pretty good. I can't remember the guy's name at the moment. Then Scooby-Doo also was a different gamer tag as well, but I think that team are pretty much solid through and through. Don't know too much about the training camp other than Debo. Definitely a top team, not only in the West but in the league. All right. Anybody else got anything on that one other than what I just said? We're going to move on to Minnesota.
I think Devo will probably hold up to the main roster pretty quick.
Probably right. All right, we got Minnesota with Ray.
I do not say anything about my own roster. That is
all. Okay, let me break down this roster. Ekblad sucks. Ray Yates sucks.
Doormat.
All giant fucking doormats. Let's see what else we got here. Who's Heroic Frost? What did his gamer tag used to be?
XTVX Chuckles.
It is Chuckles.
Decent goalie, yeah. I think he's going to supplant SOS.
I mean, look, you lucked out with the good pick with King Onage. Canadian Hobo, I think you could have waited till later rounds to take. I don't think you need to take him earlier than Blitz. I think Blitz would have definitely been a better third-round pick than Canadian Hobo.
We got Hobo in the last round of TC last season.
Yeah, that's the whole point. Like, I don't think you needed to take him that late.
The reason I took him so high is pure based on chemistry with other people on the team.
Yeah, but it's never. See, that's what a lot of people make the mistake. Like, I went into the draft, just kind of drafting people that whatever to make a second line. I didn't really care too much. I had my first line, but I just like certain people like Canadian Hobo. I think you definitely could have waited later for. Like, I don't know. I think you could have got someone else.
No, I agree with that statement. It's just we were ready to take him there, so that's what we did.
Who's that the master guy?
Scion,
played the
who the
season
hell
one.
is? Were you guys talking about Scion Knight or something like that? Sidonian Knight.
Saturday night, yeah.
Yeah, that's Sebi.
Sebi, okay.
Yeah.
I knew who.
That's a master guy. Wasn't he like a GM of like St. Louis? Like, oh, sorry, like in season 2.
Damaster.
Damask? No, that's not him. No.
You sure? Oh.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Well,
think-
I didn't mean to like question you, but like,
No, that's fine.
you know what I meant.
Minnesota's got Marner in a training camp, which is pretty decent. I'm not really sure about some of the other guys. I think Minnesota will probably finish about number 4.
It's tennis.
I don't know. All I know is I'm backup goaltender on the team.
4, maybe 5. Then we got San Jose next here.
All right.
With
Now I can finally talk.
Rambone.
They actually had a pretty good draft.
I don't know Rufio or Carlson, but I don't know. Actually, see Kudo, that's Ghost.
Dimitri
Sparkly
X91 is the steal for this team.
Other than that, I don't know too many of these guys. Crush Lollipop,
He'll be good. T-Star right here. He can be he'll be a solid D-man if he gets the chance to play on this team.
I'm surprised he didn't get drafted in the regular.
Here's another team that has 13 players on a roster.
Did you not listen to Cobra when he said like?
Yeah, you must have missed the memo, right?
Yeah.
I know. I'm pointing out team. It's better to point out teams now with overinflated rosters. So they do it.
They can send it down. They can send them down to the TC.
For those who have too much people on their roster, I did just warn you that you should all do it before Sunday. And if you don't bitch. So if you bitch on Sunday, I will get mad.
All right. Well, I don't know enough about this team here. I don't see it top 5, but I don't know. Maybe somebody could come.
Solid. I say solid 6.
Playoff team, definitely. You think?
Yep.
Let's see. There's 2 teams that ain't making it, so I don't know.
I'm going on to the next roster.
St. Louis.
Whoops.
All right. Let's skip them.
Whoops. I clicked the wrong fucking screen.
St. Louis just doesn't need the introduction, of course, right? So
Nope.
let's skip that.
Since they already got the
I'll just put
I'm just gonna give up. Hold on.
questionable right here with Big Save Nabokov. I guess they thought Rockstar was going to play goalie. So when they picked him up in TC thinking they got a steal of a goalie, then just to find out he's going to be playing forward.
Again, they got a real strong team.
He's not a
Giroux. They got Giroux. You know, they're definitely. I think LA might finish in front of them, but definitely one of the top 2 in the West, probably.
Top 3 for sure.
And then we have Vancouver, our final team with Ladderless and
I can't find my mouse. There we go.
Marticore and Airborne Father. They got an interesting team with.
This is very interesting of a team.
Yo, you guys skipped over St. Louis way too quick.
Yeah, what is
We
it?
don't really need to talk about them much.
Win the cup.
Go back to St. Louis.
What do you want to know?
I want to. Well, it's not about what we want to know. It's what we want to talk about here. Now, you got Kogar, you got Rockstar, you got Lambeau, you got Zeus Roberts, all sitting at TC, all good players. You got Hammy, who's apparently a potential Hall of Famer, as he quotes himself. You got Chislett, who's back. You got Omni, who's back. You got Howie, who's back. All 3 of these guys did not play last season. They are now. Well, I think Debo retired, but Omni retired. But the rest of them are back. CJC Cobras. You got I'm Just a Squid. Like, this team is like stacked. Like, where do you guys find this team finishing?
That's what we just said.
Second or third?
We said
Second or third? First in the West. Boom. Okay, move on to the next.
we said LA probably number 1. Then
LA number 1. LA still needs to hold that team together the rest of the season.
Well, if they do, watch out.
Hey, Puck, I found your cousin on Vancouver's TC.
You did. Puck D.
Puck you.
Fuck you. That's the guy that's going around.
That's easy.
starting shit.
Actually, a funny story about that guy. I get a message from Vehi on my team, or Vayli, whatever, on my team, and he's like, "Yo, am I getting blacklisted?" And I'm like, "For what?" He's like, "Oh, I just got pulled into a party with Puck U, and he told me I'm being blacklisted for double tagging in NLG." And I'm like, "The dude's not even staff. Like, I haven't heard anything about double tagging. And
I
just
don't
for
even
the hell
think
of
he
it, I
said
checked
Puck
Vehi's
either. He just
account."
said Puck.
Yeah, I think Puck, he's trying to imitate you, bro. That's your little brother right there, or your little maybe one of your offspring
Sidekicks,
that you don't know
whatever.
about.
Could
One of
be.
your bastard children.
Yep.
This could be this player I'm highlighting right now could be Vancouver's best player.
Rogue, Miss Rogue.
Yep.
Could be
She
or will be.
she will be.
Junie.
I don't.
Junie is a pretty good center.
Yeah, Senators with more defensive responsibility. I can't see anyone doing better than Rogue for production.
Whitlock, decent defense.
She produced on Pittsburgh. Take a second to think about that.
Forecheck.
Here we got Drysaddle's cousin over here in the first pick. Draffel.
Yeah. That's what I said in
Is
the
this the Heebneys?
heebie-jeebies. Oh, I don't know. Heebness.
Is Mees not playing this season?
He's not.
Wow.
Why?
I
You know?
kind of thought he was in. I kind of thought he was on someone's team already.
No.
I can see this team finishing 7th or 8th.
Yeah.
Let's see. Latterus is. I like how confident Latterus is about his team.
I don't know about this team much either. I don't know. I can't really say confidently. I mean, I don't know. I don't think they're a bubble team, but there's so many teams in the East, in the West that are decent enough. Somebody's got to be at the bottom.
Yeah, it's just kind of one of those things. It's like who's gonna be the best of the worst, you know?
Yeah. They'll probably be better than. I'm guessing the worst of the West may be better than the average.
What the hell is this?
That's
Oh, okay.
what I'm thinking too.
What the hell?
The heck is that?
I didn't know this was popped. I didn't even know this was on my screen.
What is that?
That's Eastside Hockey Manager.
Who?
Eastside Hockey Manager.
Was that another league?
No,
Maybe.
that's a game.
Is it a stat system we can use for us?
Some like virtual reality.
Is this real life?
What the hell?
Is this
Phil
real?
Kessel, 45 goals, 44 assists, 89 points. What the hell?
What is this?
Tyler Johnson, 25.
All right, back to the subject here. Okay, well, that I don't think we have any real, clear teams after like the first 3 or 4 in the West. Everything else there is a toss-up, I think. So,
I agree with that.
and the East probably is not much better.
That was led.
But Cobra, if you want to take over here, maybe I don't know if you have anything else to add or if you want to wrap it up.
Well, if you guys want to wrap it up, I'm good. Obviously, Minnesota's probably one of the worst teams in the West.
No, I don't see them making playoffs.
Tampa, bubble team.
I think Vancouver has a better shot than they sent me a bunch of screenshots from their scrimmages and stuff. They actually did pretty well, so I'm looking forward to see what they could do throughout the season.
One more thing. Dallas, if you continue to send screenshots in the owners chat about you beating teams, please send me a screenshot of us beating you. Because I really want to see it now.
It's the thought that counts, man.
Mm-hmm.
All right, boys. I'm gonna help move this along to do what we all want to do. We'll move on to the final words here.
Please bow your heads.
Starting with myself, I guess. Please bow your heads in silence in remembrance of Jay Yeti's adulthood. Let's go.
What's that mean?
Dear Lord.
R.I.P. Yay Yeti's dreams and hopes.
All right, guys. This has been a great podcast, eh?
Hey.
I just like to remember, this is Bob Barker speaking. Please have your pets spayed or neutered. Control the pet population.
Alright. Time for an ass pick. Except I'm going to show my ass. Just kidding.
I'm leaving.
Okay, bye.
Damn, you got a lot of zits.
Don't no one want to see that big juicy ass motherfucker.
I like how you guys are like 5 seconds behind.
Behind that ass.
Ugh. Cobra, you got anything?
No, I'm done. I'm good.
All right,
I think
if anybody
we've done
has
a
any
pretty good
questions,
job
please.
of going through all the teams and doing a horrible job in and giving them all analysis. So,
I'll see you
You're
talking,
welcome.
motherfucker.
sorry?
Look at that jiggles.
I'll see you talking.
Well, no, I did all the talking last season, so that's why I have you guys this season. And Jesus Christ, like, really?
Man, my grandmother's got better arms than you.
Disgusting. All right, Chris, I'm gonna let you end this in the classic radio voice fashion that you love.
All right, this concludes another episode of NLGE Radio.
Sound like fucking Megatron.
That's kind of soft.
Mm.
That was a little soft. Try again. Oh, he left. Never mind. All right. Thanks, you all, for watching. Enjoy, and hopefully we can run another horrible podcast.
Maybe.
Yep,
Yeah, is
that's
there a
right.
particular reason
Fuck up,
you are
let's go.
searching up pictures of football stars? That is really creepy.
Calvin Johnson says, well, okay. Take me to the article. That's cool. Calvin Johnson says he's the player.